Hey friend, hey, you looking to get rich with your business and want to know how to do it by showing some customer swag love? Well, hey, in this exciting episode today, we're going to do another edition of my How to Get Rich series, and this is going to be with a cat named Randy Cohen. I recently listened to a podcast episode with my boy Mike Dillard, and he's going to share some tips that I thought was really powerful that I want to share with you on how to get rich by showing swag love to your customers, and I'm going to give you some tips on how you can apply that to your online internet marketing business like I have as well. All right. So, hey, if you don't know, this channel is all about empowering you, the home business entrepreneur. And my name is Chris, by the way. We're all right, and empowering you with the mindset and the online skill sets to get results, make money, and drive breakthroughs. All right. So if you like content like that, then hey, definitely give the video a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and smash that bell too, because you'll be notified whenever I drop new videos, which is pretty much almost daily right now. All right, so let's get into this thing. Like I said, we're gonna go into a few tips that I learned from Randy Cohen and from a podcast that I listened to from Mike Dillard. If you haven't checked out his podcast, you definitely should. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's the Mike Dillard Show, and it's really, really good. And this episode was with a gentleman named Randy Cohen. He's the CEO of Ticketcity here. Ticketcity is just a website where you can buy tickets for a lot of events. It's kind of like StubHub, but like a smaller version. And this was an episode, an interview he did like maybe about 2 years ago at the time of I'm doing this video, but it still applies so amazingly well that I just felt like it was good, worth sharing. And so, like I said, he owns Ticketcity. His website is doing like 125 million at that time. I imagine the revenue has doubled at this time. And so it's really powerful, some of the stuff that he was sharing, and I can share with you right here. This is about Ticketcity here, and this is Randy Cohen himself. In fact, he also has a book that he wrote too, Secrets of Swagger, all right? And basically how he's used these tips I'm going to share with you to grow his business from nothing to over 125 million at the time. He is from Austin, Texas, and I thought it would be worth sharing with you guys. All right, so if you want to check out his book, Secrets of Swagger, I'll leave a link in the description below as well, so you can check that out. All right, so let's get into this thing. How to get rich, right? Showing customer love. Right? Because if you think about it, I just thought about this because as internet marketers and affiliate marketers, it seems like everybody's doing the thing where they're just trying to get a sale, just trying to get leads, trying to get sales. But like, how much love do we really show to our customers? And I wonder how much of a difference that would make in your business and in our business if we started to just do something different that everybody else is not doing and really paying attention to our customers. And our customers can be our clients, they can be business partners, right? People who join you in your opportunity. All of these people are your customers, right? And so it's just thinking about how can we do a little bit something extra. And so I picked up a few things from Randy Cohen that I think is powerful. All right, one tip that he talked about in order to get rich and showing love to your customers is going above and beyond. All right, so he talked about an example of where he was selling some tickets for an event. I think it was for the Olympics, and it was a grandma who called. The grandma was excited, but she didn't have no ride to get to the show. He was planning a whole bunch of other things, but decided in his mind to go above and beyond and do that thing, do the right thing for his customers, and offered to go and pick her up and took her to the Olympics. I think it was the opening ceremony, and it was an amazing adventure, amazing time for her. Took her back home and everything. The next day, found out that everybody was talking about how Randy Cohen had dropped all his plans to take this 75-year-old grandma to the Olympics. And so that's super powerful, right? And imagine how much the brand grows and how much this customer, the grandma, becomes a raving fan of his because he went above and beyond. And so I think about it, how can we do that as internet marketers, right? As affiliate marketers, how can we go above and beyond for people who buy from us, who are our clients, who become our affiliate partners, our business partners? Well, one way that I was thinking that we could do is something called a Facebook challenge. And I learned this from my good friends over at MLSP. And essentially what a Facebook challenge is basically a Facebook group where you take people where you're teaching them something about the product or the service that you're promoting. And you're basically going through, usually it can be about 4 or 5 days. And in this 5 days, you're teaching them something in like 5 or 10 minutes. And just this interaction and engagement is powerful enough to help people feel like, A, number one, you're real. Number two, you care. And number three, helping them get into using whatever the product or service they promote that they bought, because a lot of times sometimes they may not use it for a variety of reasons, whether they're scared, whether they're, you know, they just don't have the time, whatever the case may be. So here's an example of one that I did myself, right? At one point I was promoting some social media tool or something like that, and I did something called My Social Academy, which was just like 5 days of just going through different things that were about how to post and how to promote your business opportunities on social media, you know, and things like that. Since that time, I've just posted random, you know, videos about different stuff that I'm doing. But at the time, in the beginning, it was mostly just videos with the people in there. I did a quick couple of challenge lives talking about, hey, this is how you can promote your business on social media, and here's the things you want to do, here's what you don't want to do. And it helped people really get into the mindset of using a particular tool that I was talking about. People felt engaged and felt like they were cared for, and it was just in my opinion, it's just a great way to go above and beyond and help people. Another example that I've done recently is this one here, is the 21-day Clippy Own challenge, where it was a tool that I was promoting, and guess what? If people bought, then they could come in and we could do this Clippy Own challenge together. We could use the tool together, get to know each other together, and it helps people feel like they just weren't sold something, they became part of something. So I think it's a powerful example of showing customer love and getting rich at the same time. All right, Randy Cohen's number 2 tip for getting rich and showing customer swag love is making people feel special. All right, special and important. Right? Because remember, if you've been into this game for a while, you know that people don't remember the things that you say, but they do always remember how you've made them feel. And it's about trying to figure out how can you make your customer feel special, feel important. And actually, it was an example that Mike Dillard gave him during the podcast, which was basically, hey, it would be nice to like send people picture frames of their experiences at the events that they went to. You know, if you hit people up and they went to like the Super Bowl and they hit them up and say, how did you enjoy your Super Bowl? Send us some pictures, and people will do that and then surprise them by sending them a framed picture of their event to them in the mail. How powerful would that? That would blow your socks off, right? If a company did that. And so if I started thinking about, like, how can I apply this as an internet marketer, affiliate marketer online? And I thought, well, you know, something as simple as basically a welcome email, I think would be super powerful. That's personalized, right? Because a lot of times people buy stuff, but they never hear anything from the person they bought from. They never know anything about them. And I think just sending people a welcome email, say welcoming them, would be super powerful and make them feel important and special. So a great example of it is kind of this email here that I use a lot of times, that actually a good friend of mine, she sent it to me, and I've kind of used it as a template, and it basically welcomes people into the program that I'm promoting at the time. At the time it was Funnel ROI, and just lets them know, hey, I'm glad you're here and I appreciate you, right? Here, join us in our Facebook group, mastermind group, where we're all together, and connect with me. And it's just simple as that. And you picture yourself so that people know that you're real. It makes people feel important, like, oh wow, this is cool. I'm part of something. I just didn't get sold something. I'm part of something. So I think it's a powerful example of how you can make people feel special. Just a little thing you can do that I think goes a long way. And then Randy Cohen's number 3 tip of how to get rich by showing customer swag love is doing the right thing every single time, right? Every single time. And for him especially is doing it even when the feeling of doing good has long left you, right? And it's just being in a mindset of having integrity, having an ethical code about yourself, you know, having a value system that you abide by, that this is your code and you always do the right thing regardless if someone is looking at you and regardless if someone sees you or not. This is your code and this is how you do. And for him, it's like doing that right thing every single time, even if the feeling of it is long left. Talk about an example of how he basically had some for whatever reason, there were some tickets that were not filled, you know, tickets that were not filled on the platform, and people were upset. They didn't get they paid money, they didn't get their tickets. So what did he do? He went ahead and refunded everybody all their tickets, even before they started asking for it. And number 2, in fact, gave them an additional $2,000 each for their troubles, set up a dinner or get together at the place of the event at the time, and people were invited to come. So what did he do? He grabbed it. He grabbed the situation by the balls, is how I like to say it, and didn't wait for someone to tell him and went after it and did it. And I like that. And so I think for us, you know, if you're thinking about it, I think about the whole idea of doing the right thing is just being authentic, being real. You know, for example, one thing you can do is responding to your emails, right? Respond to emails when people ask you questions. I get a lot of email questions from potential prospects and leads. Just respond and give them, be honest and answer their questions. Don't be thirsty for the money and for the sale. Do the right thing regardless of what the money is telling you, because the money will always follow you when you do the right thing. And then another example is as an affiliate marketer and internet marketer, you can always try to promote only the things that you believe in, you know, only what you believe in, because there's a lot of stuff out there. And if you just promote anything, it just kind of just kind of dilutes what you believe in, and dilutes your brand and who you are. And I think it's powerful just to promote what you believe in and be authentic with the entire time. One example I can give you is there was I think there was one of those videos that I did about a different online business opportunity, and a friend of mine asked me about it on my video, and I had to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it was this one right here, and I had to be honest with her, you know. And I told her, because she was, here it is, let me see. She was like, yeah, hey Chris, you know, great review, how's it going? I have some reservations, I've tried it, how do you feel like it's coming along? I don't know if you can see that there. Actually, I think you can, right? She's like, how is it coming along? And I basically replied to her, right? I told her, hey, I would hold off, right? It was an opportunity that looked good in the beginning, but at the time it wasn't, you know, it wasn't performing at the way that I thought it should be performing. And this is just the way I thought it wasn't performing. And so I told her, hey, listen, they're doing a lot of stuff right now. I don't know where it's going. If I were you, I would just hold off, right? And then, you know, come back with it later. And she's like, well, Chris, thank you. I knew that I could count on you to tell me the truth. Because at the end of the day, that's all you have is your word, right? I mean, money is good and I'm all for it, but not at the cost of doing what's right, because the money will always follow you, like I said, when you serve, when you are of service. And not being truthful, not being honest, promoting shady products and promoting whatever just for a buck doesn't serve your people, doesn't serve your audience. So at the end of the day, that's how you end up losing money, despite the fact that, despite what you may think, right? You may think you're doing it to get a quick buck, but you end up losing a customer, and you lose the lifetime value and the relationship and your reputation, and your character is staked on the wall, right? All these things are big important parts of just, I think, showing customer love and making an impact on the community. So that's it, my friend. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully that was helpful. All right, it was a few things that I picked up from Randy Cohen on how to get rich. I thought was super powerful. Thought I would share it with you guys. All right, help you in your internet marketing business. Hope these examples were helpful for you too. Hey, if you found value, definitely give the video a like. All right, consider subscribing to the channel up here. And hey, if you want to check out his book on swagger, or the formula of swagger, hey, I'll leave the link in the description below for that as well. And hey, if you want to check out my #1 recommendation for making money online as well, I'll leave that link in the description below for you to check out if you desire. All right, so till the next exciting episode, my friend, be blessed, stay hungry. See you on the next one. Peace out.